Mic test. Key. There's no keyboard to test. Wait for people to come in my stream. I have Wi-Fi on this. Yeah, I do. I have Wi-Fi. Hello, so. Right, just give me a moment. Oh god, there's gonna be a chain in my chat. Okay, you can all cook the alphabet. It's fine. It's fine. You all can cook the alphabet. While I just check some stuff. Oh, is this play capture on? It's not. Blah 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 blah. Okay, cool. Bro, you're all speedrunning the alphabet, bro. There's actually insane coordination. Crazy coordination. Alright, now time for brain rot to happen. What is going on? Oh my god, yours in the full song. Aqua, it's fine, they can spam ABC. Enrica. Anyway, hello. I've got people here, I would tell the spam to die down, but there's no one here. Like, they could... I don't really care. Hello, Ananas, I think I saw your name for a 1 frame. I saw someone say Retribution. Next time you won't sing the... Is this British? Bro, everyone in the chat except for Ananas is British. Oh wait, and myself. Grand UK. Get the better ad, put my line. Yeah, they just keep adding aqua to the game. On. That's not a microphone, by the way. I just realized you all can hear that because of my microphone settings. Headphones, please. Headphones, please. They'll be rage bait headphones. Hold on. I'm not even in the chat now. Anything is happening, bro. True. True, Bowen. So that's one of my Discord friends. They're not outside the server. Bowen. There's someone I... Don't get hit with an attack. If I get hit with an attack... As I said, I'm not gonna get hit with an attack. Just... Hang on. With a V... I'm just gonna mention the chat myself. Oh, my bad, yeah. Okay, please tell me the new strat works for this. God! I miscounted the platform! I never do that! Oh! God damn. I never did that in practice. I need to optimize the optimize strat. Oh my god, I'll do the counter later. I'm just gonna count the platforms directly. Yeah, that you land off the platform, then hold jump, and it puts you in a really good spot to dodge that. I'm scared to open DMs, bro. After Scott, yeah, we do chapter 5 no hit. Yeah. Yeah, I probably did chapter 5 no hit after this. Yeah, let me go update the counter. Oh my god, bro. I might be hitting the wall. Yeah, true, my bad. I actually just hit the pink bones. Also, by the way, please don't talk about Chapter 5 spoilers here, because, well, I mean, the game is still out. This is not a Chapter 5 stream. So, anyone who talks about Chapter 5 spoilers, someone put a okay. One of the mods just put a message saying, don't talk about Chapter 5 spoilers, and pin it. Or you'll get timed out. Or not the mods, but I mean in the message itself. You know what I mean. Yeah, Aqua's like the go-to person for this. Yeah. Anyway, as I was saying, I think I'm starting to hit the wall in this game. Well, I don't know how to describe it. But I feel like I'm not making that much. I just need to not let this grind get to my head. That's the main thing. Like, I gotta be careful of that. Because the problem I have is that I play worse in practice as well. And also, I just don't find practicing that fun. I feel like I have good enough consistency anyway. I just need to avoid getting this going in my head and just feeling like, oh wait, this is taking me far too long, what am I doing? Because well, and also the fact that no one else has done this, so I have no idea where the bar is at. Yeah, it's champion. Don't listen to Sil, she hasn't played this. She hasn't done the no-hits. Yeah, she made the game, but still. Who do you trust more? Someone who made the game, or someone who had no hits on every phase and has a -4 in full fight for rankings? It's okay, bro. Give up. It's too late. I'm my bad. It's fine. Also, tomorrow I will be doing a stream where I replay Deltarune Chapter 5 and do some extra stuff. Only the main route. Only the main route though. I'm not going to be replaying the other route. I've had like 5 fails on a road to phase 2 attack 7, by the way. Like, I have 5 rounds that I get there and they just all die to that attack. It sucks so much. You don't trust? Okay, yeah, it's fair enough. Don't trust me, you know. Actually, I'm not run past phase 2 attack 7, bro. I hate it. Also, to be fair, I think Sil said that Does Trust Full Fight was mythic once, or I swear she did. And she also says that Distrust 2 Phase 1 no-hit is elite, and I refuse to believe that's elite for a second. That is mythic at minimum. Oh yeah, oh right, yeah, true. Because Elite was like technically Elite and Mythic. And then Champion was Grandmaster. Rashizi was saying it could potentially be Champion. Also, didn't like I spent a year on this, like on and off grinding. I just don't think an Elite Challenge would have a grind like that. And also, well, maybe it could, but the thing is, you had a lot of experience before. If for someone with not as much experience, yeah, it could maybe, but you had a lot of experience with that challenge before. We need Ananas to decide his opinion on Distrust 2 Phase 1. Ananas, you gotta lock in. You gotta lock in on Distrust 2 Phase 1 no hit. Please, speed. You know, Distrust 2 is like Chapter 5 in many ways, where it's peak casually, but kinda sucks for no hits. Well, Chapter 5, not anymore, apparently. Mainly just the final boss. I almost just broke my own spoiler rule. Distrust 2. I didn't say it. I didn't actually say it. Why did I forget the order? So, hold on. I'm not locked in, bro. I'm not locked in. Oh, I'm not locked in. Where is the... Okay, I think Chapter 5 it's the best chapter. Even better than Chapter 4 right now. Yeah, I'm really hoping we don't have something for Chapter 6, for the last few chapters. I'm hoping we don't have a incident similar to something like Digital Surface, where it basically is crammed into the end. B and Y attack? a... Okay, don't... Okay, let's just not talk about Chapter 5, honestly. I feel like eventually people will just figure out, and then just... it'll end up being spoilers anyway. Yeah, true. Yeah, please, let's just not talk about Chapter 5 anymore. Triple T. That's crazy. Oh, hello. Why is... This bloody chat. Oh my god. So much. It's just when I'm having this sensitive skin issue again. Oh my, I hate this so much. When the fan is on me, I itch. When it's not on me, I get too hot. Dude, I actually hate this so much. This didn't happen last time. still not in a good spot. I'm gonna leave the microphone on in the settings so you can hear me hit the beeper every single time. By the way. I generally can't get it right. And now the head finishes are back. Oh my god. Bro. That's the problem. I get so sensitive. Now just look. I'm itching again. I don't even. It's not even itch's fault. It's annoying. Okay, here we go. RNG sucks. That basically removes all the RNG. The description it says most, or it says it removes most of the unfairness. I don't know why it says most. I guess she means like final fight or something. I don't know. Was it unfairness is kind of a dumb word to use for that? Because it's RNG doesn't mean it's unfair. It just means you have to practice and learn how to react to the attack. We're good at full game. I mean, you can practice both. Many people are good at both. But thanks. Although my hardest fan game challenge as of now is a mid elite, or high elite actually. And this is a low champion, so... Big jump. Oh, Grandpa Sans, no, it was Layupo. No hit one ramp. That's a high elite. Still itching, bro. I'm still itching. Oh, nuts. That's what I think the itching is just my head. Just my head, bro. I need to calm down. Thanks. Attack 7 again. Come on, dude! Please just let me get past this attack! I failed so many times. I practiced this so much and I keep failing that. I failed to attack 7 now. Like, the 6 times I got into phase 2, all died to that one attack. It's so stupid. Oh my god, bro, I'm getting rage baited. Trust me, I practiced that a lot. I do no hit of this attack like 3 times in a row numerous times in practice in a small amount of time. And in a run, I just cannot get the... Ugh. I'm just getting unlucky. Eventually I'll get past it. Yeah, it's the hardest part of phase 2, definitely. Like, by far, it's the hardest part of phase 2. I think if I get a -1 out of attack 7, I might continue the run, actually. But every time I fail that, I get like a -2 or 3. I'm not continuing a -2 or 3. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you do. You also get some cosmetic stuff. I generally, if it still actually said she hates that kind of attack, I wouldn't be surprised at this point. Honestly, I bet she did. Phase 1 final and Phase 2 attacks have not like actually tag teaming me, by the way. Yeah. Oh, okay, I've never done that. Went too far on the platform. I want to practice something real quick. Not that. Oh, why would I practice more Phase 1? I know this is a mid-master, by the way. And Phase 1 final is... One more time. I know hit this usually like once for like 25 minutes, which is really good pace. IMO. because of Phase 1 final existing. It's such a ridiculously bad attack. If it wasn't that, I'll probably be once every 10 to 15 minutes. Probably once to 10 minutes. Well, other phases. The problem is, I was gonna start Bully beef in the Twitch chat, but I probably could practice them more, but I think the consistency is good enough just for me to attempt farm. Like Phase 2, for instance, I'm just dying to attack 7 over and over, which I practice attack 7 so much, and I just cannot do it in runs. I frequently get that attack 3 times in a row in practice. Probably more. In runs, I just never get it. Skilly, what were you saying about the fact that I rarely no-hit it? What were you saying? Dodge this one. Oh! God, how did that not time correctly? I don't know why Skelly is saying this, because I literally no-hit the phase 1 like once every 20 minutes or something. Or 25 minutes. And keep in mind, this is a mid-master, and also it initially took me 10 minutes to no-hit final attack once. Maybe I just make it look easy, but it's not. Like, my consistency is actually great. How many attempts total? I don't know. Because the death count is a bit weird, it counts practice attempts, so I'm guessing, like, probably 200 or something attempts, maybe, so far. Like, something around that. Oh, hang on. Oh. Okay, Skelly, bro, you cannot be real. You're not saying that I should get phase 1 no-hit once every 3 attempts. Folk, we are not saying that I should be getting phase 1 no-hit every 3 attempts. Do you realize how hard phase 1 no-hit is? It's a mid-master. Bro, you expect me to get a 50% consistency on a mid-master fan game with oh my god, you should honestly play this yourself. You can play this yourself and you'll see how hard it is. That's low-key disrespectful, I'll be for real. That is low-key disrespectful. That's actually disrespectful as hell. You're straight up over here saying that I basically should be doing this, or else that's not good. Remember, dude is generally acting like this is like not even a low champion no-hit, by the way. Just saying, by the way. I know you're trying to give me advice, but you haven't played this game yourself, so you don't know what you're talking about. I'm being completely honest here. Hold on a sec. Bear Ruffian. I just want to get another run past phase 2 attack 7 before I end stream. I'm gonna get out of stuck with the attack 2. And we said attack 2 phase 7. Yeah, my consistency, I don't know, but I'm gonna tell you, I no-hit this phase once every 20 minutes, I think. Which I know is pretty good. Considering how hard this phase is, I think 20 minutes. And also the entire no-hit as well as like 5 minutes in itself. So I think the consistency of that is pretty good for this. Phase 2 is basically 4 choke points. The end of attack, the beginning of attack 3, attack 4, attack 7, the beginning of attack 9, and attack 7 is a lot worse than the other 3 choke points. The other 3 choke points aren't really that bad, honestly. And then phase 3 has some really hard parts. The beginning jumps of phase 3 are so ridiculously tight that I don't think it's possible for me to get consistent at them due to actual, like, human error. They are extremely tight. Yeah, phase 1 no-hit is mid-master, phase 2 no-hit is high expert, phase 3 no-hit is mid to high master. But the problem is, the beginning of phase 3 is some chase 1 because of how ridiculously precise. And then you have to factor in mind I have to 1+2 no hit every time I want to do that part. I will show off this attempt. Oh, come on. Okay, I'm gonna show you phase 3. Beginning of phase 3, these jumps. Those 3 jumps right there. And also the transition into this. Not these jumps, that was just me being an idiot. I usually know what they mean, it's fine. Yeah, and after that, most of it is fine, but there's some parts. Not as bad as the jumps, though. Which I'm just gonna go into practice. So these jumps are kind of scary. But they're doable. Oh, this part's fine. This part is grand confusion. And also you have to do the transition at the end there. This part is not too bad because you can just cheese it. There's Gaster, which is fine. This is fine. And then the ending. This final Gaster Blaster circles are pretty tight, but it's not as bad as the jumps at the start. This is a really tight GB circle. There you go. Those are the main problems. Okay, how many fights do you have experience in, and most of them balanced? So I don't have... The main ones I have experience in is, I have Distrust Angela, which... It's kind of weird because there's 4 phases, but phases 2 to 4 are like beginner in a row, I might add. And then phase 1 is expert, so it's a bit weird. Mr. Neo is fine. Toriel is... fine. ULB is ULB, of course, which you can give your opinion on that. ULB, honestly, I think it's fine. Like, ULB, out of all the... Distrust and Tamu, yeah. Muffet, I really like Muffet. Muffet, I do like the attack design on Muffet quite a lot. Big Chungus is... Big Chungus, I don't like this. I don't like this fight. The balancing on this is... there's a memory part at the beginning, then after there's some precision at part. Azrael was stupid, and then Final Fire is not designed to be balanced, so... I think ULB, though, is like the best multi-phase game, challenges. Does Trust honestly would be fine, but I prefer ULB because Does Trust has Phase 4, and Phase 4 is really good. And of course it's the 1+2, but that's why I targeted ULB. Also, Final Fight as well, which is not meant to be balanced. It's funny because if I go into the phases, Phase 1 no hit is like expert. Phase 2 is like 3 attacks, which is advanced. Phase 3 is, I don't know. Phase 3 is short, Phase 4 short. And then Phase 5 no hit is like champion. Which is funny. It's way harder than the other phases. Like, even no heal is like borderline master. But it's not designed to be balanced. Even though it got enough. So, yeah. I don't know why she nerfed it. Finale is nothing. It's just that there's some reason this is a phase. It's forced no hits. Which unironically doesn't. This was very scary no heal because, like, this is actually chokeable. It's very simple, but this is chokeable. Yeah, not chokeable. Okay. And then you go, and it goes into the epilogue of the game. That's basically what finale is. Distrust Angela is Temu Distrust 2. Yeah. Yeah, the Tic Tac. Damn, I did not realize Chapter 5 challenge tomorrow. I feel like yesterday the chapter came out. Thanks. What? No, my keys! What happens? What happens, bro? I don't even know how to describe it. Oh my god, what happened? Wait, how? I just glitched it? What? Why is this coming in into this now? This is easy. You know how to do it. Okay, can I remember the strap, please? It's not that hard. I'm talking that really badly. That was very skillful. I keep forgetting the strat, like... Yeah, not all that, I don't know why I feel like... Please, can I stop forgetting the strap? Consistency's fine. Consistency's fine on that. Hello, Banana. Honestly, I would have had much more runs. I would have had a few more runs to phase 3. I reckon if it wasn't for phase 2 attack 7, just being annoying as hell on runs. Phase 2 should be easier because it's like high X for competitors at mid-master, but no, it is still goofier. Even if I practice a lot, it's still... What? Okay, that's a new one. Hold on, be right back. Let me be right back. Status. Also try the last boss if you have it unlocked. I already have, and I've done no heal. Said boss. That was very slow. Sometimes at phase 1, I just honestly I'm not contesting it, and then other times I'm Okay, I'm gonna stream for like 45 more minutes, maybe. I'm not gonna go long stream. Ooh. Oh! I'm gonna be back one more time. Phase 1 final's gonna drive me crazy, bro. I'm gonna go crazy over this. I might look at have got some other difficult ones. I'm going to. Okay, I need to actually watch this. Yeah, see, I know it is second try and practice. No, it is 0. I'm doing something wrong here in runs, but I can't tell what. I'm just getting really unlucky. Okay, last time I messed up. My consistency on this attack isn't that bad. I'm just getting very unlucky and messing it up over and over again. Should get into the flow. I'll try to get one more in the face too. I'm back. What did you miss? Not much. This is the last end of the stream, though. Probably. Thank you. It was a bot. Attack 7, please. Can you be nice to me? Please speed, I need this. Yes! Finally! Feeding our head until hard enough will eventually break it down, as they say. No! Oh my god, I rushed, bro. I rushed. Oh. That was past the hard part as well. The rest of that was easy and I fumbled. Oh, dude. Damn. Why did I try to rush that? I don't know why my brain just decided to rush that. I was gonna end stream there, but that PMO, bro, I want to do one more. Well, I didn't really PMO, but like, I felt the groove for attack 7 come back. I feel it, bro. I feel it in my blood. If I get past there again, maybe things will be different. I had to get past Tech 7. That was what I said originally earlier in the stream. I just wanted to get past Tech 7. And I did, so. I got what I wanted. I'm probably gonna yap about something at the end of this stream, by the way. Just stay tuned for that. Well, it isn't really that anything, it's just something I wanted to yab about. Also, was honestly funny about that fail I just had. I don't feel anything from that fail. Like, I don't feel any frustration, like, lightly at all. I just immediately start an next attempt because I just learned how to become so numb with these kind of challenges now after playing 1.5x that I just do not gaff. I just do not gaff no matter what happens. I'm gonna get there again, like, it doesn't matter, bro. Also crazy because I have absolutely no idea, like, I have no idea at what point this grind, like, the average grind of this will be. Because no one's done this before, like, I have no idea how close I am to an average grind of this. And the thing is, I don't really care. Because again, it isn't just about difficulty, it's about how dedicated I am. And I'm very dedicated to doing this. I won't stop at nothing to get this done. And if I have to take a break or something to recharge, then yeah, I will take a break. But I will stop at nothing to get this no-hit. And I firmly believe the same for anyone else as well. If a challenge is very difficult, I don't just think it's like not happening. I always believe that with almost any challenge, if someone is dedicated enough, they will do it. Like 1 through 7 is a good example of this. I strongly believe that will happen because Gon is very dedicated, and if he pushes through, then well, if it's done in theory, it will happen. As for me though, I might be completely insane at this point. Because I grind numerous challenges now, where what happens in them is I just brute force a part of the challenge over and over. I aura farm too much. We don't talk about that, alright? Again, I don't care, and plus that wasn't even for phase 1 finally, so I'm just gonna get there again next time. I knew that aura farming was a risky move. Yeah, problem with that analysis, you just let it get to your head. And like, you gotta be careful to let challenges get to your head, like... So, I honestly think that if you find something and you're very dedicated to it, you can do it. You definitely can. You just underestimate yourself. Maybe it's because you get frustrated over a lot of challenges. No, you definitely can. You definitely can. Look, who cares if you, let's say, have a grind that's slower than other people? It's your grind, not theirs. But just because some random person is probably doing Legacy Dust Trust in like an hour of grinding, it doesn't mean anything. And I also firmly believe that anyone can shape themselves into anything they want to, even if some people struggle with some stuff more than others. How many hours do you have in Scott? I will check after the test. But like, most of my Scott hours are just on Final Fight and ULB, which is really funny. And I told this to Minus in DMs. I'm genuinely prepared for if this takes me over 100 phase 1 no-hits. I don't think that's gonna happen, but it could, and I'm not gonna care if that does happen. Also, I think at some point and very soon, this is gonna happen during the grind. The grind's not dead, don't worry. But I'm gonna start learning sudden changes phase 2 no-hit. I'm gonna start trying to no-hit all the attacks with my strategy of doing all the attacks segmented no-hit. Because honestly, I kinda do want to have something else to grind besides this constantly. And there are a few options. I don't want to start chapter 5 no-hit right away. Yeah. I don't know why, low-key, my brain does try to make myself care, but I just don't. Like, there are some times where I do slightly question myself, I'm like, should I be getting more runs? I try to overthink, but I then just tell myself not to. I just gotta control those thoughts, and... Because I generally think at the pace I'm going, I probably should have had my 3rd run to phase 3 by now, but... Again, on the other hand, I was just getting... Like, there's not much you can do if you're dying repeatedly to an attack that you have practiced a lot. That's just unfortunate. You just gotta push through. You just gotta push through. And that was happening on me with attack 7. But I had like 7 or so fails to that attack before getting past it again. And in practice I was no-hitting that attack numerous times in a row quite often. I mean, there's not much you can do about that, it's just unfortunate. Even if there's no RNG. I don't know why I said RNG like that. Okay, I messed up the keys. Let me check. 81 hours on... I've not touched any of the saves. This is basically all my hours. The 4th star for this, by the way, the way you get the 4th star, the way you get the 4th star on this, you have to complete a bunch of achievements. And well, I'm playing ULB, and that's not giving me achievements from the other games, is it? Because I'm playing ULB. I have more hours on Sill's collection of things than I have Undertale, by the way. That's the best part. That is the best part. I have, like... Hold on, let me go check. I'm gonna disable display capture. How many hours do I have in Undertale? 62.1 hours on Undertale. And 81 hours on this. I'm probably, like... 60 of those hours are just on ULB alone. Nah, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, I don't know what I was saying. It's not 60. Obviously I haven't spent 60 hours on ULB. But I've spent a lot of time on ULB. I don't think... it's definitely under half. There's still quite a lot of time spent. Also, Loki, about this challenge, I'm fully convinced that in the past people have said that this was impossible. Like, no one was doing it. I feel like there are people who said it. Because they would take a look at Phase 3 and be like, no, that's not happening. They just don't see the vision. I'm gonna check to see. I don't think there is any mention of that. If there was, though, that would be the funniest thing. And also, hell, even recently of Chapter 3, actually. If you've seen my challenge goal sheet, I have 10er plus night, 1.5x speed, no hit in a row on there. And the reason I have that on there is, I'm sure you know about my 1.5x speed Deltron arc. I plan, eventually at some point when I actually continue that arc, I'm gonna get to Deltron Chapter 3 and Deltron Chapter 5. Well, this was before Chapter 5 came out, so forget about Chapter 5. But Chapter 3 is very difficult to no hits. And like a normal person, like some people would see Chapter 3 at 1.5x and just go, nah, that's impossible. And while it probably is very infeasible, and I wouldn't be dedicated enough to grind it, I don't want to turn off something as impossible without giving it a chance. Which is why I decided to put 9 plus 10 overall on there. And I feel like I definitely can do it. All I need to do is just do 10 or 1.5x speed no hit, like 8 billion times, to get 9 in a run. And we go from there, one at a time. I don't think I'm going to stream for that much longer. And one more thing. What I'm gonna say is about my challenge of that thingy. ULB is only the beginning. Like, after ULB, I'm gonna find something else crazy to grind. It'll probably just end up being Chapter 5. Which is still pretty crazy, because that was a pretty hard chapter to no-hit from what I heard. And I don't blame them. Hard challenges are very interesting because you often hit walls of them. Even if you don't get frustrated with the challenge itself, like me with this, you often hit walls of them, and they can end up being kind of draining. No, I don't really want to do it. I want to do hard stuff that I actually want to grind, and I don't really want to grind that, so... But again, with hard challenges, the rewards factor is crazy. Like, I am prepared to completely pop off when I get this run. Also, remember when I got the 88 out of 92 no-hit, PB? And I said a run like that wasn't happening for a while? I was right. The only run I had was an 89 HP run into Corridor in Phase 3 where I fumbled. Everything else was on PB base. I was right. Which means the PB counter is kind of useless, honestly. Because that is a crazy run. And given the difficulty of this challenge, and you get the difficulty of that PB actually. And it's gonna be a while before I get another run like that. Wait, this will be my last match, by the way. I think. Okay, don't overfarm. Okay. Also, at some point, I plan to return to Kaiser Knight no hit. I better approach this challenge now. Alright, okay. This is my final attempt at the stream. Let's see. Back to phase 2. What the frick was that? What? Okay. God damn. Oh. Wow. Yeah, it's fine. I should have had the third run to phase 3 on the last attempt, but I scammed myself out of it, and now the server is going to continue as normal, so... Yeah. No, I don't think it will. Bro, this challenge is just don't let sounds get to your head. Just don't let sounds get to your head. 24 phase 1... 25 phase 1 no-hits, and we've gotten to phase 3 twice. I signed myself up for something, didn't I? Hopefully, though, next time we can actually get around to phase 3 and not scam myself out of it like an idiot. Okay, 24. I think not having counters here would have made this a not as much as don't let sounds get to your head, but the counters are aura. I'm keeping them. These counters are W aura. Alright, being here, see you, chat.